As we have seen, the Bandish now becomes our tool for presenting the rag during a performance. Now a number of, literally thousands of Bandishes have been composed over the last 200-300 years. And all these are available to an artist for his performance. And of course, new Bandishes keep adding to this repertoire. A vocalist or an artist who composes Bandishes is known as a RagaQuest. Now, Bandish for a particular rag could be composed in any tal, so it could be teen tal, jap tal, rupak, ek tal, and it could be set to any laya too, meaning the vilambit or the madhya or the druta. How the artist chooses a particular bandish in the performance, we'll go on to find later. The first thing the bandish does is that it gives purpose to the presentation or the performance. This purpose is, of course, given by the avartan itself, and the purpose is reaching the sama through the mukhada. When we talk about developing a rag, what we actually mean is expanding it. We've seen earlier that the rag is a melodic theme, and the artist expands on this melodic theme. We also talked about the expandability potential of a particular rag and how the rag uses the symmetry between the Purvanga and the Uttaranga for this purpose. So now this development has to take place within the frame of the avartan, taking the help of laya as another element, and also taking the help of the lyric as one more added element. Now this frame of tal also has given us that very important point, the sama, which is the purpose of the presentation. Development refers to what the artist does between the sama and the mukhada. I mean, reaching the mukhada very gracefully and then landing onto the point of sama is his basic purpose, but then he has to fill up the avartan from the point of sama till reaching the mukhada with something. That something is various musical material he creates. Now the sama, of course, is emotionally the most packed point of the avartan, and we equate this emotion to be excitement. We say that the sama is the most exciting part of the avartan. But actually, sama is the point of release, and excitement is what is built up during the avartan. So this whole avartan is actually a repetition of building excitement during the avartan and the release of that excitement at the point of sama through the mukhada. So what the artist does is, after he has reached a sama, there is a lull, there is a point of silence, and then he goes on building various musical material and goes on building excitement during the whole avartan, and then beautifully glides into the mukhada and lands onto the point of sama, which is actually the release of this excitement. You know, we can find a very good simile for this. Imagine you're sitting on the seashore and you're watching waves crashing onto the shore. Now you see a wave just beginning to form at a distance, and the wave keeps growing and building up, and it comes closer and closer to you, and then at a point it just crashes onto the shore with a bang. That is the point of summer. And then that is the release. After that, there is a lull, there is a point of silence. And then you look back again at that point in distance where another wave is forming. So every avartan, one after the other, is almost like a new wave coming up, a wave of excitement, and the release of that excitement through the mukhada into the summer. Now, what is all this musical material we have been talking about? The artist has three basic elements to his disposal now for creating this material. One is the swara, the other is the laya, and the third one is the lyric of the bandish. Depending upon the length of the avartan, depending upon the tempo or the laya, depending upon the rag, depending upon where he is in his development, he would create various things out of these three elements, and that is his musical material. If he uses only the swara to do it, then it is known as alap. Of course, he is sticking to the laya and the avartan, but using only the swara. So swara rendered at a very slow tempo is the alap. This alap goes on to convert itself into a behlava, which is a faster tempo. Then it would go on to become a tan, which is a very fast string of the swara. He could use the lyric or the bol of the bandish in the alap, so then it will become a bol alap. He could use the lyric in the tan, so then it becomes a bol tan, and so on. So he could actually play with this material, the swara, the laya, and the words, which again give him the consonants and the vowels to use as he wants them. We will now go on to understand exactly how this is done in a performance. We will of course go on to find how the artist actually creates this material. But before we do that, we need to take a look at another aspect of the performance, and that is the form of presentation. Now, Bandish is a tool of presentation, but then you could use this tool to present the rag through different forms. Khayal is one such form. So we'll go on to take a look at the khayal form of presentation.